Yo, Big C in the house. You know the name. Fin Posse Podcast. Changing the game. Fins up high. Feel the aqua and orange. Miami Heat blazing. We scorching the floor. Movino the tour. We stacking the saga. Legacy deep, call it football nirvana. Big C, break it down, got the stats in his veins. Play-by-play knowledge like he's calling the chains. Fins flying on the field, opponents feel the blast. Tyreek cheetah speed, leaving DBs in the past. Waddle with the wiggle, defense with the clamp. Aqua drip so clean, whole squash the champ. Tune in, Big C, got the mic on lock. Fin Posse Podcast, it's the cream of the crop. Breaking news, hot takes, repping the block. For the Dolphin faithful, it's the one-stop shop. Fin Posse. We the voice of the fans. Miami stand tall, got the world in our hands. Best podcast, yo, ain't no debate. Big C, big vibes, setting it straight. Defense smash, call it aqua tsunami. X locking routes like a South Beach Armani. O-line holding strong, trenches like a fortress. Big C dissected, no stack goes dormant.
Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check is I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from Pin, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just loading up.
What up, what up, what up, Fin fans? The NFL is back today, baby. Let's go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing? Kickoff Thursday is upon us. Who's ready? Who's ready for some football? Are you ready for some football? It's a Monday night. No, it's not a Monday night party, but it's a Thursday night party, and I am so excited to have it back. It's a shame that it's got to be the Eagles and the Cowboys, but hey, it's football, right? It's football. You got the defending champs. You got Big D. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Good morning, Glenn. Good morning, Blake. Sean, what's up? Miller, what's up? Michael, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Who do you got in tonight's game? Obviously, I've said it numerous times on multiple platforms. I think the Philadelphia Eagles are the most well-constructed team in the NFL. I think they absolutely handled Dallas tonight. With Parsons not being there, that's a big hit to the Dallas defense. And I don't see him overcoming that. Like I said, the Eagles are so well built. So well built. So Sean says Dallas 28-24. I believe you are delusional, my friend. But, hey, you stepping out there on a ledge, and I like it, man. I like it. I like it. It'll be a snooze fest by second quarter. I don't think it's going to be a snooze fest by second quarter because what's the bread and butter of the Philadelphia Eagles? Running the football. So it's not like they're going to go out and put 40 on them in the first half. You know what I mean? So put your money where your mouth is, Michael. Put your money where your mouth is, Michael. You keep talking that 6-win shit. Bet it. Bet it. That's all you got to do. Bet it. Bet it. Bet the Dolphins don't get the 7 wins. Bet it. Bonnie's picking the Cowboys for the big upset. Wow. Eagles lost a lot on D. Yeah, but Sean, they had people, they have these players in place to step in and take over. And I don't think it's gonna be a big as deal as people think it is. I really don't. They draft so well. You can have us at 7 and 8 and 7 and 10, Miller. You're delusional too, my friend. But we're gonna take a look at, because there's three ways I see the Miami Dolphins season playing out. There's three different scenarios: the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, the bad, and the ugly. There's three different scenarios, three different situations I could see playing out this year for the Miami Dolphins. And we're going to get into that in a moment. Michael K won't bet, just talk shit like Dan Mitchell. Yeah, I was watching them, and I'm not sure if it was yesterday's show or not. TD actually had called me to go on Fourth and Forever, but he couldn't get a hold of me on time. But Dan Mitchell sat there and started making the injury excuse for the Buffalo Bills against Kansas City, but won't give Miami no injury excuse, which was absolutely mind-blowing to me. He gave every injury crybaby excuse for the Buffalo Bills he could possibly give. But anytime there's a mention of injuries to the Miami Dolphins, he tries to shut that down. I'm more knowledgeable than you, Michael K, for sure. For sure. I put 500 on under 6.5 win for the Dolphins on a real site. That way I don't have to chase down my winning. You ain't got to chase down shit over here. We've already done business together, so don't play that card on me. Don't play that card on me. We did business together. I sent you money like I said I was going to send you money. Don't do that. Don't do that. I ain't the one for that. I've given away more money on this channel than that bet. You can criticize me all you want. You can criticize me all you want. That's what little fucking bitches do. You know what I mean? And sorry about my language there, but Michael K is he is the definition of. He get kicked out the Buffalo Bills community, has to chill over with us. Obviously, I can't since I have to use a different name. He ain't betting nobody, Michael. He making up false bets that can't be proved. Screenshot it. Everyone preaches health, but we're currently not healthy. And we got to have hope that we start healthy this season. Crazy. Listen, you're right. We're not all the way healthy. We're not all the way healthy. And this team, this season, if injuries rear their ugly head, which is a good possibility. There's a good possibility that happens. But I'm telling you, if this team built the way that it currently is fairly healthy. Now, obviously, if Tua goes down, Tyreek goes down, Michael K will be right, and we won't win 6 games. But if this team, if you go based fairly how talented the current roster is, this isn't a 6-win team. If you want to say we're under 6 because of Tua's injury history. If you want to say this is a 6-win team because Achan's dealing with injuries and Hill's dealing with injuries and now Waller's dealing with injuries, cool. I understand that. I get that. But if you're saying that talent-wise we're less than a 6-win team, you're delusional. And that's true, Sean. To be fair, even when Tua got hurt, you still won more than 6 games. We did. That's why it's mind-blowing to me that people think that we're going to win 6 games when Tua missed 6 last year and we still mustered 8. We still won 8. Cap, what up? Cap, that was you that sent that Cash App? Yeah, football, baby. All right, Cap, I appreciate that. It's still 10 more though, right? All right. Cool. What's last year got to do with this year? Obviously, that's what you base things by. Obviously nobody has a crystal ball. You take what you did last year, you look and see if you made improvements to your roster, and you make a educated guess. Right? You try to make an educated guess. I know people get on Dan and TD, but the show they all like to stir up, makes the show interesting. Absolutely, Sean. Absolutely. I mean, they know what they're doing over there. They know what they're doing. People can say what they want about TD, and TD's helped me out in a lot of ways. But TD's a smart businessman. He makes himself controversial, and people either love him or hate him. But the haters tune into him also. The haters tune in to TD too. So he's a very smart businessman. Very smart. Dan is worried that his Miami team would be as good in 2023 and his Bills could be in trouble. No, I don't think that, Glenn. I don't think that Dan is worried about the Miami Dolphins at all, and he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be. TD is a legend, bro. We helped him become controversial. Don't forget that. But these Miami Dolphins, there's 3 ways this season can go: the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's take a look at which way should we start. I'm going to say we start with the bad. Let's start with the bad. So what's the bad look like? What does the bad look like? The bad looks like we suffer the same injuries. We beat the average teams, the below average teams. The schedule is kind of tough at the end. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay, let's add this. NFL reality check. What's up? Good, big. What's good? See, good luck this season, guys. You too, brother. You too. All right. So we're gonna the good, the bad, and the ugly. The three different ways this season go for the Miami Dolphins, in my estimations. Shoot. What am I doing? Pushing the wrong buttons. All right, that's full screen. Jesus. Okay. T4L305. Dolphins better beat the Colts. I think we're going to handle the Colts. I don't think that's going to be a problem, honestly. All right, so this is the bad, right? Good, bad, and the ugly. This is the three different scenarios I see for this Miami Dolphins team. The bad, Tua misses 3-4 games. Typical Tua. We suffer some major injuries in that front seven on the defensive side of the football. We experience offensive line health problems. We struggle to run the football. Those are the team scenarios. Now let's go through and what a bad Miami Dolphins season looks like. So even if we have a bad Miami Dolphins season, I think we go ahead and we beat the Colts. Week 2, New England in Miami. I think we win this even in a bad season. Tua owns New England. What is he? 7-0 against New England in his career. He absolutely owns New England. It's a 1:00 game in Miami in that heat. I think we beat New England. Colts is a trap game, X revenge game. Listen, that X revenge game. X didn't play all year. X was pretty washed by the end of his tenure here in Miami. To think that he's going to come in with very little practice and just have this revenge game is delusional. You know what I mean? I think that's a little delusional. That Danny Dimes is going to come in and blow us up. You know what I mean? Now, I think we could struggle at the beginning of this game, getting some continuity going. But I think in the long run, we're too talented to lose to the Colts. So again, week 2, we beat the Patriots. Tua owns the Patriots. He absolutely owns the Patriots. Again, this is a bad season. Week 3, Buffalo beats us. We can't beat the good teams. That's what a bad season looks like. We continue the struggle against good teams. Week 4 against the Jets. We're home on this one. Again, this is what a bad season looks like. We beat the Jets. We start off 3-1. We get our hopes up like we typically do. We're like, all right, we're 3-1. We're on the right track. We got something going. Week 5, Carolina. We lose to Carolina. We're feeling ourselves. Typical Miami Dolphins. We're feeling ourselves. We feel like we're moving in the right direction. We're 3-1. We're feeling ourselves. Carolina beats us. We go into Carolina and we lose. Week 6. Chargers at Miami. Chargers are a good team. We lose that one. Again, this is what a bad season looks like, folks. A bad season. This is not necessarily what I think is going to happen. Week 7. We beat Cleveland. Take us 4-3. We still beat Cleveland. Week 8. Miami at the Falcons. We go ahead and we beat the Falcons. We still got hope. Because typically this team gives us hope. A bad NFL season for the Miami Dolphins this year is what's the word Stephen Ross used? Yeah, Miller, because this is typical Miami Dolphins. We got New England coming to just hear me out, Miller. You don't got to ask so many questions. All right. Status quo. There you go, Blake. Status quo. So a bad season is status quo. So again, we beat Atlanta. Give us some more hope. All right, we can still do this, guys. We can still make a playoff run. This is what a bad season looks like, the status quo. Because this is what this team has done to us the last 3-4 years under Mike McDaniel, giving us false hope. So 5-3, week 9. Baltimore, Miami. Baltimore blows us out. Baltimore blows us out. We can't beat the good teams. Week 10, Buffalo at Miami. Buffalo beats us. We're sitting at 5-5. Week 11, Washington, Miami. Washington beats us. We're sitting at 5-6. 5-6. We need to make a run to make the playoffs. This is a bad season, folks. Week 12 is our bye, I'm pretty sure. Week 13, Miami, New Orleans. We beat New Orleans. We're back to 6-6. We're back at 500, trying to make that push towards the playoffs, right? Trying to make that push towards the playoffs. We beat the Jets. We're 7-6. 7-6. We got a shot, guys. Right now, we'd be sitting at the 5th seed. We got a shot. Week 15. Week 15. Oh, who we got? Pittsburgh. I say we beat Pittsburgh. This is a bad season, folks. Take us to 8-6. We're feeling ourselves. We're going to make the playoffs. Week 16. Week 16. Bengals beat us. Now we're 8-7. Are we going to make it? Are we not? Are we going to make it? Are we not? Week 17, we got Tampa Bay. Week 17, we got Tampa. Tampa beats us. 8-8. We need a bunch of things to happen for us to make the playoffs. Need a bunch of things to happen for us to make the playoffs. But of course, injuries have caught up to us by this point. And we play the New England Patriots the final week of the season. And New England knocks us off. And we finish the year 8-9. That's what a bad NFL season looks like for the Miami Dolphins. Status quo, 8-9. Injuries hamper us. We can't beat the good teams like normal. That's what a bad NFL season looks like. To me, that's what a bad NFL season looks like for the Miami Dolphins. Now, we're about to get into the ugly here in a second. Miller, we don't need Waller to be anything. The 2023 Dolphins were phenomenal offensively, and we got very little production from the tight end position. People hang their hats on what we did at tight end last year. The production Jonnu got us. But we don't need that production. We don't need that production from tight end. Is it nice to have? Sure. But it takes away from other playmakers on this team. Malik Washington is going to be way better this year. Matter of fact, both Washington brothers. The Washington brothers are going to be way better this year than what they were last year. Hopefully Tyreek is better this year. Waddle takes a step forward this year. We don't need a huge amount of production from the tight end room. I don't care about Waller whatsoever. Waller does not dictate whether we have a successful season. So, do you understand where I say that's a bad season? What I just went over, that's a bad season. Status quo, finishing at 8-9, being the same old team this Miami Dolphins team has been for the last few years. We suffer injuries. We can't beat the good teams. We get some false hope. We have a record that makes us think that we can get into the playoffs, and then we end up dropping the ball. That's a bad season. That's one direction. Now, with that status quo, if we finish 8-9, I think there's a good chance that Mike McDaniel keeps his job. I think there's a good chance that Chris Greer keeps his job. I think there's a good chance that we go and give Tua another opportunity. Because of the fact of the matter is, we got an 80-some-year-old owner who knows that he's not going to be around for a rebuild. And again, the injury thing is real. When Tua plays, Tua's good. When Tua plays, the Miami Dolphins are a very good team. Do they struggle against good teams? Yes. But again, it's been because we haven't been built the proper way. The trenches have been atrocious, not being able to run the football. This year, we got better at that. Our offensive line is going to be improved. Now, do I think we need to continue to improve on it next year and the following year? Yes. Defensive line. I think we're going to be a lot better stopping the run. I'll email you, Elwood. But Tua's been good while on the field. Last year, the Miami Dolphins, defensively, they were a top 10 defense as far as yards given up, points given up. I think this defense can be even better than last year's defense. Yeah, did we lose Jalen Ramsey? Yes. But we picked up Fitzpatrick. Is this corner room suspect? Yeah, it is. It is. But I think our front seven is so much better. I think we're going to be dominant up front. I really do. And hopefully these young corners can step up. Hopefully they can step up. The fact of the matter is, Tua is 7-0 against the New England Patriots in his career. He is 6-0 against the New York Jets in his career. Coach JB should be the Dolphins' next head coach. Who's JB? In games that Tua, we finished last year offensively. Scoring, we were 22nd in the league at 20.3 points per game. 22nd in the league. But in games Tua played, we averaged 24.9 points per game, and that would have been good enough for 11th. That would have been good enough for 11th. Passing yards per game last year, we finished at 15th at 219 yards a game. If Tua would have played the full season, we were at 260. In games that Tua played, we were at 260 yards per game. That would have been third in the NFL. Tua is a difference maker. He's got to stay on the field. In a bad NFL season, Tua misses his typical 3 to 5 to 6 games. And that's what a bad NFL season looks like. That's what a bad season for the Miami Dolphins looks like. A slap dick. Let's take a look at what a ugly season will look like. An ugly season will look like. Let's go back. Now this is an ugly season. We had the bad season. We finished 8-9, status quo, missed the playoffs. Mike McDaniel's still here. Chris Greer's still here. Tua Tagovailoa is still here at the end of the season. That's a bad season in my opinion. That's what a bad season looks like in my opinion. Oh, let's see. Let's pull this up. Oh, shit. Remove. Oh, shoot. God dang it. Clicked on the wrong thing. Okay. Let's go. All right. Here we go. This is what an ugly season looks like. Bear with me. It's going to get bad. And it's going to get bad. Some of you may feel the ugly season is better for this football team than the bad season, though. Some of you may feel the ugly season is better for us than the bad season, though. And I don't necessarily disagree. All right, again, let's go back over this. The three different scenarios I see playing out for the Miami Dolphins this season: the good, the bad, the ugly. We just went over the bad. The bad was status quo, suffering injuries, not beating the good teams, Tua missing 4, 5, 6 games, finishing damn near the same record we've had, right around that 500 mark, missing the playoffs, and Chris Greer, Mike McDaniel, and Tua Tagovailoa keeping their jobs. We're jumping into the ugly now. So what's the ugly look like? The ugly looks like this. Week 1, we dropped the Indy on the road. Week 2, New England comes to town. Tua gets hurt. New England wins. Tua's out for 10 games. Week 3, Buffalo smashes us. Tyreek starts chirping. Week 4, we somehow beat the Jets. Still beat the Jets. Quinn Ewers comes in and beats the Jets. Week 5, we lose to Carolina. Tyreek's really talking. Jalen Phillips goes out. Jalen Phillips out for the season. Week 6, Chargers smash us. Tyreek demands a trade. Devon A-Chain's hurt. We're just getting hurt all over the place. I don't want to put names to these injuries. We're just getting hurt all over. Tyreek requests a trade. Week 7, we somehow beat Cleveland. Mike McDaniel's coaching tenure, they're talking about firing him. How long is he going to keep his job? Week 8, we lose to Atlanta. Mike McDaniel's fired. Tyreek Hill is traded to Kansas City. Mike McDaniel's fired. Tyreek Hill is traded to Kansas City. Any other player that is available for trade, Miami's trying to ship out the door. Week 9, we lose to Baltimore. Week 10, Buffalo smashes us again. Week 11, Washington beats us. Week 12, that's our bye. Week 13, we beat New Orleans somehow to screw us out of the first overall pick. Week 14, yeah, again, we do enough so we don't have the number 1 pick. Jets beat us. Week 15. Week 15. Again, folks, this is the ugly. Week 15, we got Pittsburgh knocks us off. Week 16. Where we at? God dang it. Cincinnati beats us. Week 17. Mike McDaniel's been fired. Weaver was made interim head coach. Weaver wasn't able to do anything with this roster because Tua's out. Tampa Bay beats us. And then again, week 18, New England beats us again. This is the ugly. Tua misses 10 plus games. The rest of the team suffers catastrophic injuries. Mike McDaniel's fired. Weaver's not able to we win 3 games. Not bad enough to get the number 1 pick, though. Because I was trying to go week by week. You know, Tyree gets traded this week. You know what I mean? Mike McDaniel's hot seat continues to grow. You know what I mean? Sorry I didn't do it exactly the way you want me to, brother. Again, this is the ugly. This is the worst, very worst case scenario. But again, some people may feel that this is a positive. It gets rid of Chris Greer. It gets rid of Mike McDaniel. It gets rid of Tua Tagovailoa. This team is able to rebuild with some pretty strong foundational pieces. Again, I don't think this is going to happen. This is worst case scenario. And I hate to even discuss it, but it's one of the 3 scenarios I see playing out this year. It's one of the 3 scenarios I see playing out. So I had to discuss it. I'm sorry that it gets people, upset. I'm sorry that it's not pretty. I'm sorry about that. That's just the way I see this season could possibly go. One of the three scenarios. And everybody knows I'm a pretty positive Dolphin fan. I try to keep it positive. I try to look at the bright side of things. Yeah, but that doesn't mean he has to be our quarterback, Glenn. So it's not, it's not that I'm trying to wish downfall on this football team. Everybody that knows, that watches this show, knows that I don't feel that way. And I think that this team is talented. By that time, Miller was a wrap. By that time, it was a wrap. Mike McDaniel was gone. Weaver was going in a different direction. They were trying to see what they had in their young quarterback. So Tua, why bring Tua back? Maybe, Glenn. You can't say that for sure. If there's a new coach, they're not hanging their hat on Tua Tagovailoa. Again, that's not a scenario I want to see play out whatsoever. Again, I am one of the most positive Dolphin fans, but I got to call it how it possibly can happen. And that is one of the scenarios that can absolutely happen. If Tua misses that amount of time, Tyreek blows his lid and demands to be traded, we suffer the amount of injuries that we typically do, this team could win 3 games. I'm sorry that's the reality of things, but it is. Again, I hate to discuss it, but it is. Make sure you hit that like button for me, subscribe, comment, share, turn on notifications. Me and Curtis from Ace Head are doing a show today at noon. Make sure you check that out over on his channel. Make sure you check that out. Curtis is a great guy. Love working with him. This will be the second time. Very informative Dolphin fan. So let's finally talk about my absolute favorite, and let's talk about if everything goes the way that I hope it will go for these Miami Dolphins. Let's talk about what happens if everything goes good. Let's talk about if everything plays out on the positive side. If the Miami Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, Mike McDaniel can put everything together and get it to work. What will a season look like where everything plays out the way we hope it would? Now, first and foremost, for a season to work out the way we hope and pray a season can work out, is Tua Tagovailoa's got to remain healthy. Tua's got to play 17 football games this year. Tua's got to play 17 football games. This team's got to remain fairly healthy. Now, all teams suffer injuries, so the Miami Dolphins will suffer some injuries. But we can't have a whole positional group be on the IR. We can't have all our receivers or all our running backs or all our pass rushers. That's not a possibility. So Tua stays healthy. He plays 17 games. Tyreek gets back to the old Tyreek. Tyreek gets back to the old Tyreek. This offensive line gels. This offensive line becomes a middle of the pack, dare I say, a top 15 to 12 unit where we're able to run the football efficiently. We're able to run the football efficiently. Defensively, the front seven dominates. Our young corners come along faster than what expected. Rasul Douglas has a flash in the pan year where, he turns back the hands of time and he's an actual decent corner. Fitzpatrick comes in and gets back to being an all-pro. That's what the good for this football team starts out with. So let's get it. Week 1, Indy. We go in. We're a little sloppy the first couple possessions, but eventually we get it going. We beat the Indianapolis Colts because we're better. We got a better team than Indy. Week 2, the Miami Dolphins absolutely Tua Tagovailoa absolutely owns the New England Patriots. He owns the New England Patriots. And I know that the Patriots are improved, but they don't have the offensive firepower to match us. They don't have the offensive firepower. Tua is undefeated in his career against the Indianapolis Colts, or the New England Patriots. We start out 2-0. Week 3, we head to Buffalo. Buffalo is 1-1, coming off a loss from Baltimore. They're expecting to beat up on us. The Miami Dolphins have played Buffalo very tight the last couple of years in Buffalo. The Miami Dolphins, on prime time, Thursday Night Football, upset the Buffalo Bills. Upset the Buffalo Bills. This is more of a realistic possibility than anybody wants to make it out to be. The Buffalo Bills are very top heavy. You got Josh Allen. You got Cook. Ed Oliver. Other than that, Bedford's a good corner. You got a couple really good players, but the rest of the roster is very average. Offensive line's pretty good. But this team is not unbeatable. They're not as great as everybody's trying to make them out to be. Josh Allen is. Josh Allen is great. But the rest of the roster is not unbeatable. And the Miami Dolphins have to upset the Buffalo Bills. Week 4, we got the Jets. Monday Night Football. At home, we handle the Jets. We're at 4-0. Week 5, Carolina. We're a better team than Carolina. We beat Carolina. Week 6, Chargers have to come all the way across country, play Miami, 1 o'clock in Miami. We beat the Chargers. We're sitting at 6-0 after 6 weeks. Now, is this realistic? I think this is a long shot. It's a long shot. But is it possible? It absolutely is. Week 7. Miami has to travel to Cleveland. We beat the Browns. The Browns are terrible. We're sitting at 7-0. People can't believe it. Week 8. Falcons. We're feeling ourselves a little too much. We drop one to the Falcons. We're sitting at 7-1. Week 9, Baltimore. Baltimore is clearly the better team. Baltimore beats us, but we keep it close. Week 10, Buffalo comes in and beats us. We're sitting at 7-3. Week 11, Washington, Miami in Spain. We beat another good team in Washington. Now we got wins over Baltimore or over Buffalo and Washington and the Chargers. We beat 3 good teams this year. That's changing the narrative. Week 12, we're on a bye. Week 14. Week 14. We got the Jets again. We beat the Jets. Week 15. Oh, damn. Oh, where's the game at? Miami at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh beats us. Week 16. Cincinnati has come to Miami. Cincinnati's defense beat up. They got some injuries on the offense. We go and we beat Cincinnati. It's going to be a shootout, but our defense is better than theirs. We slow them down a little bit, and we knock off Cincinnati. Week 17. Tampa has come over to Miami. I'm going to give it to Tampa. But that's a toss-off game. I think we can beat Tampa. Week 18, we get again. I don't think New England's going to have anything to play for. Again, Tua is on. It's the Miami Dolphins win. That leaves us at 11-5. Simulate all the rest of the games and see where it leaves us. So again, Buffalo would win the division. We'd be the 6th seed. We'd be playing Buffalo in Buffalo. See you later, Michael. I think we can beat Tampa, though. But that's what a successful season looks like. And then, of course, we got Buffalo in the playoffs. And, you know, maybe we beat them 2 out of 3. Maybe we beat them 2 out of 3. But again, you know, or maybe Buffalo has a slip up. Maybe Buffalo has a slip up. But that's the 3 different things, 3 different scenarios I see playing out. Maybe the Dolphins, you know, we're 6-0, 7-0, and the Miami Dolphins see that, you know, we got a shot, and we go and we trade for a top end corner. We go and trade for a top end corner to give our defense an extra boost. So that's the good, that's the bad, and that's the ugly. The bad is Status quo, missing the playoffs. Mike McDaniel, Chris Greer, Tua Tagovailoa keeping their jobs. Still not being able to beat the good team, still getting injured all around the board. The ugly is devastating injuries. McDaniel fired, Tyreek traded, Tua out for the season. And the good is we knock off some winning teams. We knock off some good teams on the road. We knock off some teams in prime time. We make a playoff run. Our team stays fairly healthy, and we have a shot at a playoff win. So with all your record predictions, can I ask, do you want Greer to keep on building this team, or is it time to hand off the reins per se? Miller, if he were to continue to build it the way he was building it this year, I'd be all right with it. Let's not pretend Greer hasn't made some good moves. He has. I think his biggest mistakes have been in the draft. This year, I felt like he had a really great draft. He had a great draft. You got Jonah. You got Kenneth Grant. You got Marshall. Ollie Gordon. Jordan Phillips. Biggers. He had a really good draft. If he can continue the draft that way, I'd be all right with Chris Greer. Because one thing about Chris Greer is he's always went out and got us the splashy player. He's went out and always added the piece that we needed. He's just continuously made horrendous mistakes in the draft. But if you tell me that we can look forward to drafts similar to this one, sure, keep him. Sure. Oh, yeah. Our general manager is a wheeler and dealer. I will give him that. But at the end of the day, we are always in controversy. Yeah, I mean, a lot of Cap, can we agree that a lot of it is fan created controversy? I've never seen so many fans try to stir the pot with their own football team. Like, for real. Like on Pete's show the other day, saying that Tyreek was faking the oblique. That he wants Tua to fail. Where Pete was waiting for Tua to fail. Who says that about their football team? Who says that? Or to come around and spread rumors that Tyreek is faking an oblique injury. I'm not saying that we're blaming the fan. I'm not blaming but the fans are part of it, Cap. The fans are part of it. You don't agree that the fans stir the pot a lot more than what they should? Now, we've had a lot of questionable players brought in, and Chris Greer is absolutely responsible for a lot of that. Jeff Ireland responsible for a lot of that. Bill Parcells. Stephen Ross. The whole thing with Brian Flores and the meeting Tom Brady on the boat. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so many things. But the fans don't do any justice. Who says Dan Marino is garbage and Tyreek should get traded? Let's be fair. Who said that? Who said that, Cap? I just don't think this fan base does itself any favors. Oh, I'm not saying it's one platform. Not at all. And I think everybody should check out Pete. Everybody should hear all different types of situations. I just don't think we should make up scenarios. If you don't have no basis to state something on, then you shouldn't state it. If you have no evidence that Tyreek's faking an oblique, you shouldn't do that. But check out Pete's take. Great guys over there. Great conversation. Very interactive. Check out everybody. Check out the Blitz with Luis and Tony. Check out PHINS. Miami Dolphins Fins tailgate. Shape Money in them over there. Listen, everybody. I be having disagreements with the way Reason goes about things, but Reason's got great content. Reason's got great content. Very informative. Great content. Check them out. Like them. Subscribe to them. I don't agree with the way he goes about things sometimes, but that don't mean he don't got great content, and you shouldn't check him out. Miss Fins. Check them all out. But yeah, that's the three different scenarios, the different ways I see this Dolphins season going, the good, the bad, the ugly. Make sure you check me out with Acehead, Curtis from Acehead here at noon. And yeah, we'll be talking more Dolphin football. Tonight, we got the Eagles, Cowboys. I'm taking the Eagles. I just think they're too stacked. But I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. And Fins up. Peace.
Yo. Big C in the house. You know the name. Fin Posse Podcast. Changing the game. Fins up high. Feel the aqua and orange. Miami Heat blazing, we scorching the floor. Marino the tour, we stacking the saga. Legacy deep, call it football nirvana. Big C, break it down, got the stats in his veins. Play-by-play knowledge like he's calling the chains. Fins flying on the field, opponents feel the blast. Tyreek cheetah speed, leaving DBs in the past. Waddle with the wiggle, defense with the clamp. Aqua drip so clean, whole squad's the champ. Tune in, Big C, got the mic on lock. Fin Posse Podcast, it's the cream of the crop. Breaking news, hot takes, repping the block. For the Dolphin faithful, it's the one-stop shop. Fin Posse, we the voice of the fans. Miami stand tall, got the world in our hands. Best podcast, yo, ain't no debate. Big C, big vibes, setting it straight. Defense smash, call it Aqua Tsunami. X locking routes like a South Beach Armani. O-line holding strong, trenches like a fortress. Big C dissected, no stack goes dormant.